Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Real Way. My name is Brandon Morrell, and I am the Director of Youth Evangelization and Digital Ministry here at St. Thomas Aquinas and Our Lady Help of Christians. And it's The Real Way. Real stories of real people just trying to serve Christ in a very, very real way. And today, we got Anthony with us. Say what's up, Anthony.
What's up?
So, Anthony, people probably see you around. A lot of times, by the way, Anthony has been like trying to duck and dodge me because he's usually the quiet background kind of person. But tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here, how you got connected, etc.
So my name is Anthony. I've been in church for like a very long time, like since 8 or 9 years old. I received my confirmation, my communion here, but I got baptized in a different church, which was St. Bernard, and yeah.
Okay, so do you know what brought you to St. Thomas in the beginning?
Well, my mom had been friends with this person a long time, since like high school days, and she got me into church and keep going. Like, it was like really like at first, like when I came to church, like I felt like mass was like boring and stuff. So like sitting in the pews doing nothing, because that's when I didn't like receive communion and stuff.
Right.
So I sat in the pews and just watched people go down the aisle, and then so my mom's friend was like nice, and then I went to church every Sunday.
Well, that's actually really powerful, right? Because we don't realize how important it is when we invite people to Mass, right? Like, we should be bringing people to Christ with us. And look, this lady was just inviting her friend to Mass, and look, boom. Down the road, here we got a future sacristan just because of one invitation, right?
Yeah.
Someone that can take care of things like that. So now that's a beautiful story. So, okay, so you've been here, so you were baptized somewhere else, and then what about all your other sacraments? They were done here?
Yeah, my communion and confirmation was done at St. Thomas.
Okay. Okay, do you remember your confirmation saint?
St. Michael.
St. Michael the Archangel.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you've been here all these years since a child. You got this invitation from mom, and then you start altar serving when? At what point?
At 2013.
2013.
December, when Father Dwayne first came to the parish.
Okay, how did that come to be?
It came good. First, like, I was a little nervous, and then once I started doing masses, it's like very like simple, helping the priest out.
Right. But were you invited, or like how did you get?
Like, I was like, he wanted me to be an altar server. Father Dwayne wanted me to be.
Oh, so Father asked, he came to mom, I guess, and
Yeah.
okay.
So like,
Yeah, there goes another invitation. I don't know, a big part of your story is on invitation so far.
Yeah.
So all right, you grew up here, you do that, you become an altar server, and then somehow along the way you become sacristan. How did that happen? Because that's a big job. You're in charge of a lot of different things and making things move here. So
Yeah, so like I got like, my mom went to like a Christmas party, and Father Dwayne asked my mom where I was, and then my mom told him that I was home, and then Father Dwayne told my mom that he had to talk to me. And so like I went to church the next day. He brought me to the side. I was at the faith sharing group Sunday at 10, and that's when he took a walk around with me the whole church and told me that it's a job. It's on the books, and
told you the boss man now because you're in charge of all
told
stuff.
me to be his sacristan, and because like a few years ago, I asked him if he was like hiring anybody, like a sacristan, and he told me no. And then like a few years later, he told my mom. And
Okay, so wait. So this is a follow-up to a question you had asked prior.
Yeah.
What inspired you to ask about to become a sacristan earlier on?
Because like I seen like the past sacristans and like seeing what they do, and they see like more stuff and more cool stuff and do cool.
So something about that just interests you, seeing how they were connected and involved in the
Yeah.
parish. Gotcha. Gotcha. So what do you think, what do you think is special about this community specifically? Like, yeah, what are some things that you've enjoyed the most?
Like the events that go on. Family Day. I love Family Day. It's like the most fun thing because I get to like play basketball. First time being in a dunk tank this past like June. And yeah, fun things and so much other events.
Gotcha. So, all right, Family Day. Any other ones? Any other big special moments or things you think?
Like back then, like a few years, they used to have like breakfast with Santa, a Christmas fair, but now like they have like Winter Wonderland now. I didn't really like go to that this past Christmas, so yeah.
Okay. But you've been connected to all these other events and all these other things.
Yeah, basically.
What do you think is different about St. Thomas? And I know you grew up here, so maybe you haven't seen it other places, but there got to be something that like sticks out to you that you're like, man, this is
Like how
special
big,
here.
how big the church is. Like it looks like the inside of the church looks like a cathedral to me. Like the size of it.
Interesting. Yeah, and
Looks
you know
like
what's interesting to me is it's usually always filled too. It's not like an empty big old church.
A good amount of parishioners and stuff.
Yeah. What has it been like for you with interacting with the parishioners, interacting with the priests, all of that?
Yeah. So like when a parishioner wants a candle and anything, like most of them like know my name. And like I feel like complimented, like they know me. And,
That's powerful too, right? Like the power of being seen,
yeah.
being welcomed, being connected like that. Because a lot of people sometimes they feel like alone and they don't have a community. Yeah. Any special trips or anything? Because I know St. Thomas for some reason does a lot of trips. Whether
Yeah. So like in January of this year, I went to like a seat conference. Yeah, it was a great experience. Like so much like good talks from like good like people like priests, bishops, and other like talk persons and talk good about like life and stuff and like good things like with God.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, the SEAT conference is for like college age / young adults, right? Where was it at again?
St. Louis, Missouri.
There you go. Big old conference center, music and like some of the messages that were shared from different people, right? These talks and stuff. What do you think impacted you from that the most?
Like, so my goal was to like interact with other people. Like me, Adriana, and Joseph, we interacted with like one or two people, and we made like good friends, and like it was nice. Like the views and stuff. Like we visit like landmarks and stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. Was that your first time like traveling or doing something like that?
Yeah, on a plane, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how did that was that another invitation, or how did you how did you end up getting on that trip?
I think Father Dwayne said that that a seat conference was coming up, and he invited me. And I was like, at first I was like backing out. I was like, no, because it's a plane ride, and I didn't really want to go. But like, and then Adriana and Joseph told me that he'll be fine, and then yeah, I went on a plane ride and went to St. Louis for the conference, and then on the way back.
So they convinced you because they were going too. Yeah.
And they convinced me to go to the one that's coming in Washington, D.C. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So how do you think this community has supported you, right? Because different than maybe some type of community organization or a school, this is a parish, right? And so we're centered around the sharing of the gospel messaging, Jesus and Christ and God. How do you think this has helped your faith journey? Like, you get to know God, experience God, be connected with Him as a whole.
Like going to mass and like learning like what the readings are saying and like the priest talking and
Yeah, you were telling me something a little while ago before off camera, just about your interaction with the priest throughout the years. How's that
yeah,
been?
it's been good. Like knowing them and like I met different priests when I was working here, like a lot of priests, and I mainly asked them like what parish they come from and how long they like been a priest, and yeah, so like have like good talks with them.
Mm. Right, right. What is the most challenging or difficult thing you think, either whether it's altar serving or sacristan? Well, sacristan has kind of multiple roles, right? Like
Yeah.
because you're kind of like focused on the ushers and you're focused on you basically just kind of coordinating. You're the quarterback, really moving things. So, what do you think has been the part that's been the most difficult or most challenging?
Like probably like probably being like on time, I'll say.
Okay.
Like you have to like it's a speed when like mass comes and you have to like move. Yeah.
Yeah. So keeping the motion going, staying focused, keeping things in order.
Yeah.
Right. Anything that you think people should know about this community here that you think maybe people don't know?
That we have like 3 mass times. And yeah, like come to church and receive the Eucharist.
Yeah. So okay, sorry, our whole technological issue moments. Yeah. So all right. So coming to mass, receiving the Eucharist. We have 3 mass times on Sunday. It is also Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Yeah, and you've been around. What do you? Because I think you were telling me about like the different altar serving schedules and masses. Take me back to when you were a kid and like kind of learning how to do that, and what was that like for you?
Like so like me and my brother, we mainly get put on the big masses cuz like we're like I guess we're like advanced and like we know what we're doing and stuff. So yeah, and we mainly get put on Christmas, midnight mass, Easter vigil, and those masses are beautiful. So we like I start like rehearsing like the altar service on like what to do in the mass and yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of teaching and guiding and all of that. So I mean that's even powerful, right? It's like you receive something, you learn something, and I'm gonna pass it on to the next group of kids.
Yep. And then like once like people like get used to the mass, like once I've been like rehearsing them and yeah, so like someone else could like rehearse like other like kids and
well, that's the sharing of the faith and sharing of everything, right? I mean, yeah, I think it's funny because I've heard in multiple ways you said, and I kind of said it in the beginning, but I'm hearing it over and over again, right? The invitation, the invitation.
Everything's an invitation.
Yeah, and again, I think that's a powerful, beautiful thing to think about how, Christ invites us to partake in the divine life through the sacraments.
Like back then, like when I was like younger, so I wasn't like really doing anything. Father Dwayne always asked me to like go on a trip with him if I wanted to go. Like one time he asked me to go to like Puerto Rico.
Oh, when they did the mission trip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I always told him no. And then there was like a point he didn't like ask me for no more trips because he'll know his answer. And like the first time I said yes was at C conference.
Yeah. So it took a long time of inviting and asking.
Yeah.
But that's a perfect example of what I'm saying is like Christ invites us, and sometimes we say no, or sometimes we would be scared or reluctant or tired or worried or whatever it is, and like that invitation, and for us sharing Christ with other people, it's a very real and practical thing that we got to keep giving that invitation and putting that out there. Yeah. Gotcha. Any last thoughts or anything that you feel like people should hear or know?
No, not really. we're good.
All right. Well, we thank you guys for watching. This is The Real Way. Again, this is real stories, real people in a real community trying to serve Christ in a real way. We pray that this inspires you if you're part of this community, or, you can share this so you can make an invite to people here to connect with us here at St. Thomas and Our Lady Help of Christians. But also, if you're somebody that's distant, far away, I pray that this inspires you to get connected and serve in your own community in a real way. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless. Peace.